Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis and today I want to share with you my 5:20 AM morning routine. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you my 5:20 AM morning routine. So I like to get up very early. I find that I get lots more done if I get up early in the morning. It's also really quiet in the house as well. My husband and son are normally asleep at this time, so it means that I can get my morning activities done and out the way, and then I can concentrate on the rest of my day. So today I thought I'd share with you my morning routine and what I do as well. I love watching these sorts of videos, and I have made a few of these in the past, and I will link them in the description box below for you. But I thought I'd do another one today, and I thought I'd sit down and talk you through my morning routine. It hasn't changed that much, but there are a few things I do differently now. So I thought I'd update you on it as well if you've watched my previous ones. And yeah, I just find these really interesting. I really enjoy watching them, and I also really like making them. So I thought I'd share my 5:20 AM morning routine with you today. So my body clock will normally wake me up about 5 o'clock or 5 to 5. I don't know why, I always seem to wake at this time, and then I can never normally go back to sleep. So I'll sort of lie and doze for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'll normally get up about 5:20, and I'll go into the bathroom and I will do something called tongue scraping. Tongue scraping is where you scrape your tongue with a special tool that you can buy on the internet, and I will link those in the description box below for you. This is something that I've been doing for the past year, and it really helps to detoxify the body first thing in the morning. Overnight your tongue will build up with a lot of saliva, and it just helps to take some of that saliva off and helps to freshen the breath and things like that. They do it in Ayurvedic medicine, Ayurvedic practices, teaches you to tongue scrape. I know there are a lot of people out there who probably won't believe in Ayurvedic or Eastern methods, but I'm a firm believer in them, and I really do think that this helps me first thing in the morning. And I think even if it's the placebo effect and it's helping me and it making me feel healthier, then I think that's a good thing for everybody concerned. So yes, that's why I do it. And then I've watched a few videos where people say they tongue scrape and then they brush their teeth. But I don't tend to brush my teeth straight away. In my leaflet that it came with, it said to drink some warm water and then to oil pull. So what I do is I will then go downstairs and I will boil the kettle. So I take the kettle into our back room because our house is a very open plan house, so if I put the kettle on first thing, it'd be really noisy and probably wake somebody up. So I take it out into the back room and I close the door and I boil the kettle, and into the kettle I put a teaspoon of cumin seeds, a teaspoon of fennel seeds, a teaspoon of coriander seeds, and some whole cloves as well. I just put a couple of whole cloves in because they're quite strong, so I don't put too many of those in. And then once the kettle's boiled, I will pour the hot water on and I will leave that to seep, and I will drink that at the end of like my little routine that I do. So then I will move on to some deep breathing exercises and some Indian head massage as well. So what I like to do is I like to start at the top and work my way down. So I take my hand and I put it on my forehead, and then I put my other hand on top and I start to massage the middle part of my temple. There's a hard part on your skull that if you massage it, it really helps with energy and things like that. So I massage that, and then once I've done that, I normally breathe. I try to take long deep breaths while I'm doing it. So I normally do 5 breaths, and then I will move on to massaging or stroking the front of my temple like so. So I'll do upward strokes with 2 fingers, and I'll massage the front of my temple, and then I massage the sides of my temple as well. So just above my eyes I massage here. And then once I've done that, I then do some deep breathing exercises. So I will take my ring finger and my thumb, and I will place my ring finger over my right nostril, and I'll take a long deep breath in, and then I'll hold that for a few seconds, and then I'll take a long deep breath out. And then I'll do the same on the other side. So I'll put my thumb over my left nostril, and I will take a long deep breath in, and I will hold it for a few seconds, and then I'll take a long deep breath out. And that's 1 cycle, and I normally do those for about 4 or 5 cycles. And then I'll breathe. I'll take some long, after I've done that, I will then take some long deep breaths, and then I will deep breathe and hold my breath for a few seconds, and I'll deep breathe out again. So I'll breathe all the air out of my lungs. And I'll do that 4 or 5 times as well. And then finally, once I've done those, I will take a deep breath in, and I will do what's called in yoga a lion's breath. So I'll basically push my tongue out of my mouth, and I will just like that, just give it a big push of air comes out. So it kind of gets rid of it's meant to get rid of all the toxins in your body, and that's meant to help you not to get a cold and things like that. So that's why I do that. And then I move on to massaging my stomach for a few breaths as well. So I will take my 2 fingers, and I will just simply press about 2 inches above my belly button where my stomach is, and I will just massage my belly. And then I also massage my foot as well. So I massage my right foot, and I just simply use my thumb and pull it along the middle part of my not heel, sole, I suppose. So I'll just stroke upwards. And then once that is done, I then have some yoga exercises that I like to do for my hips, so opening my hips and things. So I'll lie down in a ball, and I'll curl up, and I'll take 1 breath doing that, and then I will put my right leg out and pull my left leg into my chest, and I'll take another breath doing that, and then I'll do the same on the opposite side, and then I pull both legs up, and I basically take another breath, and then I put my legs down, and I do that about 4 or 5 times as well. And then once I've done all that, I like to do a cardio or maybe some yoga. So I'll do some more yoga. So I've got videos on YouTube that I like to go to. I love Yoga with Adrian, I think it is, and there's another lady that I like as well. I will link these in the description box below for you. And I also enjoy HasFit as well. So I like doing cardio and weight exercises with a channel called HasFit, and there's also something called Pop Sugar as well that I really like, and I will link those in the description box below for you. And this morning I did a little weights and cardio workout on Pop Sugar, so I really enjoyed that, and as I said, I'll link that in the description box below for you. And then once that's all done, I will sit down for about 10 minutes, and I will try to do a little meditation. So I'll just do some deep breathing again and just try to calm my system down. And I'll also drink my cumin seed tea, the one I made earlier. I will drink that. And then normally about 7 o'clock, my son tends to get up. He got up a little bit earlier this morning, but that's okay. And he came in, and we used to have cuddles in the morning, but unfortunately I think he's grown out of that now. He's 7, and he tells me sometimes he's too big for cuddles now, which kind of upsets me a little bit, but you have to let them grow up, don't you? So yes, he will come in about 7 o'clock, and he normally just sits and plays on his tablet while I sort of get ready for the day. So after I have done all of my breathing exercises and my meditation, I will come out and I'll bring the kettle back out, because normally the house starts to wake up about 7 o'clock. The heating kicks in, so my husband's normally awake at this time. So I bring the kettle back out into the kitchen and I put everything away, and then I will make myself a lime, ginger and turmeric tea. So I'll squeeze half a lime into the big mug that I just had my cumin seed tea in. I get rid of all the seeds from the bottom and wash it out, and then I'll put the squeeze of half a lime in there, and then I will also grate some ginger into there, and I'll also grate a little bit of fresh turmeric. We're quite lucky we can buy fresh turmeric from the supermarket, so that's really easy for us to get. But if you can't get that, then you could always use powdered turmeric. It doesn't taste the same, but it still does the same job, I think, to be honest with you. So yes, anyway, so I like to have that first thing in the morning as well. And what I tend to do is I tend to boil the kettle, and while the kettle is boiling, I will normally go and open the front door, and I will open the blinds at the front as well. And then I come back and I pour the hot water onto that, and again I leave that to seep, and I will then take some coconut oil from our big tub that we buy from Costco. We have huge tubs that we buy from Costco, and it lasts us forever, and I will take a big tablespoon of that and I will oil pull then. In my pamphlet that I got with my tongue scraper, it said to drink hot water and then oil pull afterwards. So I'll put a big tablespoon of oil in my mouth and I will swish it around. And then I will go upstairs and I'll get straight in the shower and I'll keep swishing the oil around in my mouth. And then once I've done that and I've had my shower, I will spit it out and brush my teeth. Then I get dressed and come downstairs. Today was a hair wash day, so I like to so once I've washed my hair, I like to wrap it up in a towel, and I like to just keep it in the towel while I make breakfast and things, and then I'll dry it later. If it wasn't a hair wash day, I would just come straight downstairs and I won't need to worry about it. I'm trying not to wash my hair as much nowadays, so I'm trying to only wash it like twice a week. I am trying to go 4 or 5 days without washing it, but after about 4 days it does tend to look a bit icky, so I do have to wash it, but I am trying to get to 5 days. I will let you know how it goes. So yes, once I've got dressed, I come downstairs and I normally make Ted his breakfast. So he will have anything from eggs to pancakes, cereal and toast. Occasionally he does have French toast as well, but he hasn't had that for a while. So this morning he had pancakes. So I took some pancakes that we've already cooked out of the freezer from last night. I took some pancakes out of the freezer and then I put them under the grill this morning just to heat them through a little bit, and then I added some maple syrup and he had that for breakfast, and he also had a smoothie with that. So he had I think it's an orange and mango one we buy from Tesco's, but what I like to do is I pour a little bit in and then I water it down a little bit just so he doesn't get so much of a sugar hit from it. And then he'll also have a vitamin as well now. So he has one vitamin, a Bassett's vitamin, that we buy from our local supermarket. And then once he's had his breakfast, I start to cook mine. So this morning I had porridge, but I have a wide range of breakfasts that I like to pick from, and I have done a video what I eat in a day, and in there I explain all the different breakfasts that I like to eat. So this morning I had porridge with blueberries and raspberries, and I like to make the base of the porridge the night before. So I'll put some oats and some flaxseed and some chia seed and some pumpkin seed and some sweet cinnamon into a bowl, and I'll add the milk, and then I'll put that in the fridge overnight, and that helps with the digestive enzymes of the porridge. Porridge oats can be quite harsh on the stomach, So if you soak them overnight, it's easier for your stomach to digest them, and I do have quite a sensitive stomach, so I do like to soak them overnight, and I think I do notice the difference if I don't do that. So yes, and then to that in the morning I normally add some frozen fruit, so I'll add blueberries or raspberries. So this morning I think I had blueberries and raspberries, or I'll add pineapple and mango, make it a bit more tropical maybe. So I can add lots of different toppings to it. And then I just simply stir that and heat it up, and I will add a bit of hot water from the kettle to get it going a bit as well. And if it gets a bit too thick, I normally just add a bit more hot water to it. And then, yes, once that's cooked, I then sit down, but I sit down with some pills that I normally take in the morning. So I'm currently taking a vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C. My vitamin D I take in the evening. I also take a multivitamin, and I have some collagen vitamins that I'm also taking as well, or collagen tablets that I like to take first thing in the morning. And I will take those with my lime, ginger and turmeric tea. So I'll sit and drink those, and then I will eat my breakfast, and then normally it's about time to go then. This morning I did have to run back upstairs and blow dry my hair quickly, and I didn't actually get time to film that, so I won't show you that now. But yeah, I just go upstairs and I blow dry it quickly, and then normally it's time to go. So I walked Ted to school. And this normally takes about 15 minutes. It is quite a walk to his school, but it's really good exercise for us both, and we really enjoy it. We've started playing I Spy in the morning, which if you go a different route every day is probably quite interesting, but because we go the same route every day, we seem to pick the same items now, so it's got quite funny because we actually know what we're picking and stuff. It's a bit bizarre, but anyway. So yes, we play I Spy on the way to school, and then I drop Ted off, and normally I'll go for a bit of a longer walk on my way back. So I've got about 3 routes that I can take, but this morning I actually went through the park. It was a beautiful day, and thankfully all of this week has been really nice in the mornings. So I have been really blessed to be able to take much longer walks. Depending on what I'm doing on that day, depends on how far or where I will walk. So if I'm filming a video and I know I'm going to be moving about a lot, then I probably won't take a longer walk. But this morning I'm going to be sitting down more, so I did take a bit of a longer walk, and I went round through the park and sort of came back on myself a little bit. But it was lovely, and it was a beautiful morning as well, and it still is a beautiful day right now. The sun is shining out there. So yes, very blessed today. And then once I come home, first thing I do is I boil the kettle, and I leave it to boil, and then if I have washing to do, I will go straight upstairs and I will empty the washing basket. So, and then I'll bring the washing down and I will put a load on, and I will leave the kettle, even if it's boiled, I will leave it. And the reason I do this is normally first thing in the morning I like to have a green tea. Well, after I've dropped Ted off at school, I come home and I have a green tea. It's my one caffeinated drink that I have during the day. I like tea and coffee. They don't really like me very much. They make me go a bit gaga, so I just have one green tea a day, and I have it in the morning. And what I like to do is I like to leave the kettle to cool down. When I was in Switzerland once, we went to visit my cousins, and my cousin Virginia came out and she was like sitting there like that, and I was like, "Where's my tea, Virginia?" And she said, "Oh, Natasha always says to me I have to leave it to cool to a certain temperature before I can pour it on the tea bag." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." So apparently tea is a little bit like coffee. You have to leave the hot water to cool down to a certain temperature before you can pour it on. I just leave it for probably about 10 to 15 minutes, and that seems to be okay. I have poured it by accident before and thought, oh no, and I've drunk it, but I can actually taste the difference. It does taste a little bit more bitter if you pour the hot water on straight away. I have to say that, but yes, so I leave the water to cool down and I'll put the washing on. And once the washing is on, I will then come out and I will clean the kitchen table from breakfast, and I'll give that a sweep underneath as well. So I've got a little dustpan and brush that I like to use, and I do like to get down on the floor because I do think this is good exercise for us. So I'll sweep under the table and around the table, and I'll spray the table with Method cleaner as well. So I like to use Method cleaner around the house. It's an all-natural, non-toxic cleaner, so I think it's a lot better for us to use non-chemical cleaners and things. This isn't an advert for Method, but I just really enjoy using that sort of particular spray. So I spray the table and I wipe it clean, and then I will go into the kitchen, and any pots and pans that need putting away, I will put away. And then I will also spray the kitchen as well. And I will also give it a sweep as well. And then once that is done, it's normally time to pour the hot water onto my tea bag. So once the hot water is poured, I then go over and I get my computer out and I will sit down at my computer. And at this time of day, I like to either write a blog post or edit a video, or if I've got any videos I need to film, I like to get them out of the way in the morning. I find this the best time of the day to do it. My son normally comes home from school about 3:30, so I prefer to get things done in the morning, and then I've got the afternoon to either upload them or edit them together. So any filming that needs to be done, I will do it at this time. Any blog posts that need to be written, I'll do it at this time. So yes, and that is basically my morning routine. That's my morning routine, and that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.